Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this HP Pavilion laptop model, it's hard to see, 14-dv0065st. Sorry, I'm not in my usual repair location, and the reason for that is there's ants all over my desk. So, trying to get rid of them right now. They'll probably be gone tomorrow. So, we'll see. Hopefully I can start recording there again. Anyways, to open this up, there's most likely some hidden screws under these feet. So I'm going to get under there. Just use my fingernails. You can use whatever, plastic pry tools or screwdriver if you don't have anything. We're going to set those rubber feet apart or aside. Okay. And this is going to be difficult because now I have this tripod in my way. Normally, my work setup, I have it hanging over my head, so that way I don't have to worry about having a tripod in front of me. But this is what we're going to have to work with right now. Okay, so to remove the bottom cover, we're going to need a JIS or J1 as well as a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver. All right, so first we're going to remove the JIS 1 or J1 screws. You want to keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we have 4 of these screws. Okay. And this laptop, it has a screen issue where it's kind of doing something weird with the colors. So we're going to see what's going on. We're going to try and see what a replacement screen would cost. Let me see what Oreo's barking at. Give me a second, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Let's go ahead and continue removing the screws. So we switched over to the T5, Torx 5 screwdriver. And we're going to remove the 2 screws down here. Oh, actually, sorry, my bad. Those aren't T5 Torx 5 screws. I'm so used to HP doing that. So they're actually JIS or J1 screws. So let's go ahead and remove those. Okay. Both of that and that one. Alright. Sorry for misguiding you. So JIS or J1 and then JIS or J0. Alright, once we remove all those screws, we're going to pop this bottom cover off. Depending on how it's designed, you might have to pop it from here or from the back. So usually what I do, get my fingernails in the gap here. Alright, this is going to be tough because the tripod's in my way. But basically you pull with your fingernails there and push with your thumb on here. Don't push on the touchpad area. Okay, let's see if this will work. And no, it doesn't. Okay, maybe... Usually HP does this weird thing where you have to pop the side. Okay, so I'm going to get my fingernails into the side, if I can. And then push with my thumb on this, and let's see if we can pop that. Okay, and nope, doesn't want to pop that way either. Huh, let's see. Am I going to have to use a suction cup on here? Can I pull up from this side? Can kind of pull up a little, and then I can get a gap forming in the back here, but I don't know if we'll be able to pop it out that way. No? Okay, this model is being a pain. Doesn't seem like there's an easy way to pop this open. Okay, let's go from the side here. And I think we probably have to go from the side. The tripod's in my way, so it's making it difficult, but as you can see, I popped out part of it. Okay, there we go. And we're going to continue working our way down the side. Okay. Yeah, so the side is the way you want to go. Okay, let's rotate this. Again, starting from the side, get your fingernails in the gap, and then push on on the palm rest area. So I'm pushing on the palm rest, and we're going to try and work our way up. Sorry, I know it's going out of view, but again, I have this bad setup right now. Okay, I might end up having to just go back to where the ants are and work on it there. But anyways, there we go. I need some kind of portable setup where I can hang my camera anywhere. Okay, but there we go. That's coming out. I'm going to close the screen up. Now that we got these sides up and that, I'm going to push down with my thumbs and pull up with my other fingers. You can see we're pulling this up. Okay, and we basically have to kind of flex this cover. So I kind of push this down and pull up here so it kind of flexes this way. And you can see now we kind of got that up. Then there's a clip here, so we either have to push left or right. So let's try and see, or maybe we can pull from here. Okay, it worked from pulling from the back. Now, hopefully we can kind of just lift the rest up. Let's see, it's kind of stuck on something here. Yeah, this work setup is not good. I need a special, like, overhang thing that I can use. And I need a portable one. Alright, so that's not really coming out. Let's see if we can work our way down. Wow, this thing is stuck on there real good. I would have thought just lifting this, okay, maybe I just pull it up and use a little more force. Yep, okay, that kind of works. There we go. So we got that open. All right, next thing we got to do, let's see. Here you can see inside there's 2 slots for RAM. Let's go ahead and pop one out just so you can kind of see. Okay, make sure your computer's off if you're going to do this. We're going to pull these 2 tabs to the side. Sorry, I know we don't have good angles and good view here, but hopefully you'll get to understand what's going on. There is a 4 gig PC4 3200 AA stick of RAM, so you should be okay with any PC4 3200 AA RAM. So if you want, you can put 2 16 gig sticks and have 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, but this only came with 8. There's an M.2 PCIe NVMe slot here. 1 screw holds it in. If you want to see how to remove these things, I have other videos showing how to do that. Here you can see the batteries, PP03XL. If you want to remove that, undo the screw here and the 2 screws down here. Then you can go from here and then basically pull that up and it will pop that, pop the thing away from these little pins. All right, DC jack charge port connectors here. If you want to remove that, you do have to undo the hinge screws and then lift the hinge up because it's on top. This part is on top of the charge port DC jack. There's the wireless card here. The antennas, you do have to peel off this plastic thing tab here. It's just held on with double stick adhesive. And then to get the antennas out, you go from the tail and just pull straight up. CPU soldered to the motherboard, if I didn't already mention that, with the heatsink, and then the fan here. Fan is held in with 3 screws, there, there, and there. And the connector is right down there. These kinds of connectors you grab and you kind of just wiggle as you kind of pull, and it should eventually come out. There's the keyboard backlight connector here. It has a little flip latch, and then the keyboard connector also with a flip latch. Okay, you got this little connector here running all the way under the battery to here, this I/O board with the headphone jack and the USB 3 port. And then you got 1 speaker here connected right there. And then the speaker wire looks like it runs along underneath here all the way to this other speaker here. And I think that's pretty much all there is inside here to look at. Let's go ahead and see if we can pop the screen out here. Okay, it can be a little risky. I try and get my fingernails under the gap here. Let's see if we can even get in there. They held it on with a strong adhesive. So, okay, I got in. And now I'm just going to slowly, carefully pull this up. I'm pushing with my thumb, so I'm basically rotating it that way. Okay, you can hear it kind of coming up. And we're going slow here. The thing is, okay, there we go. The bezel was kind of sticking really strong to the screen and not releasing. So it's actually lifting the screen up. So we're going to slowly continue working our way around. Just like this. Okay. Come on. Jeez. Okay, there we go. I probably should show you guys what the screen's doing right now. Let's see if I can show that. Okay, you see this? It's doing this thing. Oh, now that I can see, it looks like it has a little crack all the way over here. And there, oh yeah, these lines were here, but I didn't notice this crackage here. I don't know if that's from trying to pull this up. I hope not. Oh, it might be. Look, it's getting, that's kind of risky. But anyways, we need to replace the screen because it's doing this weird rainbowy thing. Let me shut it down and I'll be back. Oh, and here's a more of a close-up of what it's doing. You see that? It's like doubling and it keeps flickering back and forth. Alright, I'll be back again. Alright, I'm back. So let's go ahead and continue. Probably should have recorded at the beginning before attempting this to show the original state just in case, because hopefully I didn't cause that extra damage, but the screen is already bad, so it needs to be replaced. Okay. They tested with an external monitor and it was completely fine, and that's how I know that it's either the screen or the screen cable or something going on with the connection to the screen. But there was that pink line going across the top before, so definitely that's like a screen issue. Okay, so here we go. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with this camera in my way. Let's see, can I tilt it like this? Will that make it possible? Let's see. I don't know if that's gonna work. This thing is too much in my way. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to pop the entire screen out, but let's see. We might be able to avoid that if we can tilt the screen forward enough to get the screen model number first, and then we'll have to do a screen replacement video later. But let's go ahead and see here. Okay, they put stretch release adhesive here. I don't know why they always put all this adhesive here. It's technically not necessary, but I guess I'll just stick it back down and I'll rip this excess off that was created by stretching it. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the bottom portion of this out without the screen breaking more. We'll carefully try and pull. Let's see here. It's difficult to do this with the camera in my way. It's like right in front of me. And that's where I need to be to get this out. And also it's weird having this so far down. Usually I have it higher up. Okay, so here you can see there's a little gap here where the hinge attaches the front and the back parts. Let's see if I can separate that. So I'm getting my fingernail in there, and we're just going to slide it down. And you can see we can pop some clips out. Okay, now we'll go along this way, and can unclip that whole thing. I don't know if we'll be able to pull that out without taking the whole screen out, but we'll see. Sometimes we can. Okay, carefully lift this, slowly get in there, pulling that away. Make sure that the black plastic layer here does stay attached to the screen. Okay, that's going to be very difficult. It helps to have like a thin tool like this. I can go across and push that down as I lift this up. Okay, but it does stick to it because of the double stick adhesive. So you want to slowly work your way across, pushing that adhesive down. Okay, and just continue. But yeah, I don't know. The screen's probably going to end up worse. We'll see. All right, so it looks like you can take this out without taking the whole display assembly off the laptop. It's just going to be kind of tricky to get this adhesive part off. I don't know why HP likes to use all this adhesive. It's kind of annoying because it's not necessary. It has all these clips holding it down, but because it's there, we have to work with it there. If you're going to be replacing the screen or messing with the screen connector, it's very important that you disconnect the battery and then press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. If you don't, there's a good chance you're going to fry the backlight circuit on your motherboard. You might fry the pins, you might melt the connectors and everything. So yeah, don't try and take the screen connector out while it's still connected to the battery. Okay, we're going to power it on again. Let's see what the screen looks like now. It looks the same. Okay, it's still doing that, you know, that purpley thing. And yeah, there's that line here. Yeah, when I first turned it on, see, you can't really, oh, I guess in the camera you can see it better, but I can't really see that splotchiness from here. And now you can see it a lot more. Okay, anyways, we're gonna do that. Oops, now I'm showing the username. Let's shut this down again. And this one most likely is held in with a bunch of stretch release adhesives. So we're going to have to, okay. So this is going to be held in place with stretch release adhesives. As you can see, there's one there. and there's one there. So I'm gonna have to get some needle nose or some tweezers. Okay, probably needle nose pliers won't work here because it's so thin. So let's see, do I have them with me here? Yes, okay. So we're going to use the tweezers here, and we're going to have to basically get the stretch release adhesive out of there. So we'll get in there, okay. Grab this little tab here, and you got to lift that out. Once you get that out, okay, at this point I could probably use the needle nose pliers here. So you can get in there. It's hard to do this with the camera in front of me. It's in my way. Come on. Okay, so you grab that tab and you slowly pull that out. And you want to pull this straight back. So the best way is if you can pull it and get it under here. Okay, then you can go ahead and continue. Oops, sorry, it's focusing there. Then you can go ahead and continue pulling it. It's hard to do this with the camera in my way and with this so low down to the ground. But basically you pull it like this and it'll stretch and stretch and stretch. Okay, and then once you do that, how am I going to show this? Okay, so you pull that, then you grab closer to it, and then you let go of the other one and continue pulling. And then get ready to kind of grab here and just continue doing this until the adhesive is completely removed. Okay, and this is basically removing the adhesive that's holding under the screen. And you want to go slow because if you go too fast, if it gets caught, then you can tear the adhesive, and then you're never going to be able to get this out without just destroying your screen. Okay, so you can see how much adhesive is coming out here. And this most likely runs the entire length of the screen. Okay, so we're going to go again and continue. It's almost done. There we go. All right. And there we go. So here is the stretch release adhesive tab. Okay, look how long that is. That runs the entire length of the screen. So I'm going to stick that down somewhere, and we're gonna have to do the same thing for the other side. I know, sorry, I'm getting very bad camera angles and stuff, but it's what I gotta do to get the computer back to my customer in time and not end up with a billion ants in it. Okay, so we're gonna try and get this tab as well. Same thing. I can't do this with the camera in my way. Hopefully you guys appreciate what I go through for you guys to give you this content. Okay. Grab that. Sorry, I gotta do some bad angles here right now because that's the only way I can grab this tab. Alright, so we got that one. And again, same thing. We're gonna get underneath there. And then we're just gonna slowly continue pulling this out. Again, you want to do this very slowly. Okay, because you don't want to tear the thing. Also, be careful not to touch the motherboard under here. If you are going to, make sure that you have yourself grounded and you don't have static built up because you can destroy your computer that way. Okay, so we're going to continue pulling this stretch release adhesive here. And this is not good. It's sticking to the surface here. Okay. I really need this to be higher up off the ground. Can't do this here in this work environment. Okay, continue stretching. Grab and continue. Okay, that's just about done. There we go. Alright, now we got both strips out. Oops, I stuck it onto the other one. Get all this stuff out of my way. Alright, we'll set this other one aside. Alright, so now that we got those stretch release adhesive tabs out, we should be able to flop the screen forward. Okay, and here we can get the screen model number information. You do usually want to check your own because the screens can be different even on the same model laptops. Let me see if I can zoom in here. The tripod's in my way. Jeez. This makes it so difficult. Okay, here you go. Model is B140XTN07.8. So I'm going to have to check this model number for my customer and then see if they want to get it replaced. All right, I'll be back. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thing back together. So the way you do that, obviously, get the screen. You want to be careful down here because this portion of the screen is usually pretty sensitive. Okay, so we're going to tip this back forward, and it's going to be a pain because the stupid adhesive here is going to stick on here, but it is what it is. Okay, we're going to get the stretch release adhesive tabs, and oh, hopefully we can reuse them. Let's see. All right, so we'll get that, and we're going to stick it at the top edge of the screen. Sorry if you can't really see, but we'll get, usually I'll try and get this little tab down here, okay, because that's where we got to pull that back out from. So we'll get that down there, and then we just got to get this to go all the way back up. It doesn't have to really go to the top, and since it's stretched out, it's actually too long now. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of curve it over a tiny bit, and then make it curve over more, and make it curve over that. So I'm kind of like zigzagging it a little bit, just to try and get it to all fit in there, because otherwise we're gonna have to trim this down. And yeah, okay, and as you can see, it's still too long. So we might have to just trim it down. Let's see, or can I just zigzag it even further? Okay, so we're gonna get that in more. Maybe I'll try and zigzag it even more. Okay, so get that, make sure it's sticking all the way to the bottom. Then we're gonna go like this, zigzag it all the way out there, zigzag it all the way over there. Okay, and just zigzag it all the way like that. There we go. Okay, now we got the whole thing fitting in there, and we're going to get the other one and do the same thing. Okay. Please don't fling at me. There we go. All right. Same thing. Get it in a little groove down there. Okay, make sure that goes in, and we're gonna zigzag it just like this. Hopefully we can get this all to fit. Oh, it's too long. So I have to curve it out even further. Curve it out even further here. Again, you could just snip the excess off because you can see it's like way too long. Okay, let's see if I can zigzag it more. It's gonna go way out into the screen now. When I put this back later, I'm probably just gonna snip it off. I don't have scissors with me right now, so I'm just gonna do it this way. Peel it back up a little bit. Good enough. There we go. I just curved it way out there. All right, then we're gonna rotate this, and you want to make sure to get the top edge of the screen up here first. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully drop this, and we're gonna get the top edge in there first, up there. Okay, get it, the top corners in. then you can go ahead and let it drop down and push that in. All right, we're going to go ahead and put the bezel back. To do that, make sure that you open it all the way, and I'm doing it at this angle, but normally I would have this side down. Okay, and this is just so I can show you guys what's going on. So we're going to slide this back in, wedge that in there. I'm going around so I can get behind. Okay, and try and get that in, wiggle that, get those back corners in, and we're going to slide our finger up, around, and same thing over here, up and around. Okay, and then we're going to go back down, clip this back in, and make sure to clip this. You push on both sides like that. Okay, and hopefully, I did notice like 2 little clip things kind of broke off, but hopefully everything should be holding well. Okay, and then again, if you were replacing the screen, you do want to remove the battery. I'll probably make a video doing the screen swap later, but for now this is kind of just checking the screen model number and everything like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Let's go ahead and get the bottom cover back on. The way you do that is you get the bottom half in first, like this. Okay, then you push on the edge while it's kind of raised up like this. Get that all in. Basically the reverse of how we took it out. Then you go up the sides and go around there. Okay, and push on the middle. Then just get all the screws back in and we should be good to go. Of course, you want to put the rubber pieces back as well. And yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and get the J0 or JS0 screws and get them all back in. Hopefully, again, if this video helped you guys out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade or repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. And if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. All right, so yeah. Don't forget, get all the screws back in. All right, and then we'll get the rubber feet back on. This guy. All right, let's get the rubber feet back on. And for the rubber feet, what I do is I'll put in one edge over here first, just like this. Okay, and then we'll go to the other edge and put that side in. And the reason is, like the other ones, it stretches, so you want to make sure to get those in. And then when you work your way up towards the center, it will put the extra slack like pushed into the center. Okay, so there we go. And make sure that it's all within the little raised edges. Okay, you don't want it sticking out. Then we'll get this one and do the same thing. Get that in, go to this side, get that in, and then work your way in towards the center. And there we go. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Can't drop it now. Bye.